Henry VIII was best known for causing the break with the Catholic Church. At first, Henry VIII stood firmly against the Protestant revolt. The Pope even awarded him the title Defender of Faith. Henry VIII also had a Spanish wife whose name was Catherine of Aragon. With her, he had one surviving child whose name was Mary Tudor. But unfortunately, he really needed a male heir to the throne, so he was kind of not mad, but disappointed that Catherine of Aragon could not bear a male child. So Mary Tudor became a big deal later on because of what she did, but we'll talk about her more later. So he did have a child whose name was Mary Tudor. He didn't have a male heir, and he decided that it was necessary for him to have a male heir in order to run his kingdom. And since Catherine could not bear a male heir, he decided to go ahead and not cheat on her, but seek divorce. And this is when he fell in love with a lady by the name of Anne Boleyn. So with this, Henry VIII concluded that with Anne Boleyn and him, he would have a male son. So he decided he would try to marry Anne Boleyn. Unfortunately, he was still married with Catherine of Aragon, and since he's married to Catherine of Aragon, he could not exactly bear another child with another female, unless he got a divorce. Now, the problem with getting a divorce is that the church basically wouldn't allow it. The church, he did try to get the church to close it, but the church basically said no. Since the church said no, he decided to go against their wish and create his own church. Not really his own church, but exactly break the Catholic Church. He still kept a lot of the custom rules. At the same time, he is the main cause for the break in the Catholic Church. It wasn't any religious leaders at all. So, Henry VIII decided that right at the moment the church was above him, but he decided to find a way to make the church be below him. Well, this kind of led to many problems because, well, he couldn't exactly do it. But in the end, he found a way to succeed, and he took control of the church. Now, once he took control of the church and basically swapped positions with the church, since he was now in control of the church, he could have a male heir because he would divorce Catherine of Aragon, and he would no longer be married and marry Anne Boleyn. And once he married Anne Boleyn, he was hoping to have a male son. And eventually, Edward came out, and Edward inherited the throne. But then, after about 4 years, Edward died. Once Edward died, and Mary Tudor took over. And Mary Tudor is best known as, well, we know her, Bloody Mary. Mary Tudor, or Bloody Mary as we know her, went against her father's footsteps and decided to go ahead and basically try to enforce original religious beliefs, and is best known as, well, as we know her currently for many myths and fairy tales, as Bloody Mary. For she was responsible for the death of over 300 people, which she burned at the stakes and said that it was a cause for heresy.